Hey, everybody. I want to talk to you a little bit about focusing our power to change. Taking our power, which is our attention, which is our consciousness, which is our efforts and all of our energy from things that we can't control and focusing them on things that we can control, thus accelerating the rate at which we improve ourselves, thus accelerating the rate at which our lives improve in response to us improving ourselves. Now, there's certain things that are outside of our control, and those things are other people, circumstances in life that have already happened, things that have already happened, and also the past. A lot of people don't consider the past as something that they cannot control. And a lot of times I've found within my life, a lot of my energy has been caught up in the past, in resentments and shame and regrets, so on and so forth. And I've allowed those things to steal my energy, steal my focus, thus dispersing my power to change in the present and the future. Imagine, I like to imagine my life up to the point of understanding this as a flashlight. My energy and my focus was a flashlight, dispersed on a great many things. Most of those things external to myself, which I could not control. What I like to think of my power now, since I've implemented these philosophies into my life, is my power is now a laser. It is laser focused, not perfectly, but most of the time it's focused on things that I can't control. Thus focusing them on improving myself in the present and improving my future. So let's go a little deeper dive into things we can't control. So people, other people, okay? We can't control, how they treat us. Okay. We can obviously control whether or not we want to allow them to treat us like that in the future. But if they've already treated us like that, we can't change that. We can't change their opinion of us. We can't change or control how they feel about us. We can't control their beliefs. We can't control how they act and how they live their lives. We can't control all those things. Now, I know for me in my past, a lot of my energy has been concerned with what people think of me, how they feel towards me, or not liking how they act in life. I don't like how you drive. I don't like how you act in line. I don't like how you treat other people. I don't like what you believe. And that's all been because those threatened my own beliefs, right? But I've been caught up in that so much in my life. And when my energy is there, I'm wasting that energy. Okay. So I've got to pull that in. Okay. What I can't control there is I can accept people for being exactly who they are exactly at this moment. I can accept them, that they are who they are. And that doesn't have to affect who I am. That doesn't have to influence who I am. And I can choose to love them exactly as they are, exactly in this moment. I can choose to be compassionate and kind and tolerant and accepting of them. Okay. That's where that power comes in, but I cannot control them. And if I'm focusing my power on them in that way, I'm wasting my power. Circumstances, things we cannot control, like circumstances like my house burned down, or I lost my job, or there's an economic downturn, or somebody I love is sick, or I'm sick, or there's a natural disaster that happened, or there's a pandemic going on, okay? These are all external things that I cannot directly affect or change, okay? All I can change is and control there is my attitudes towards that. Okay, I can focus on those problems, or I can focus on how I'm showing up in this moment in response to those problems and how I am a part of the solution to those problems. So I can whine about those, I can woe is me about those things, or I can accept that they've happened, freeing up my power from them, and I can focus on being a part of the solution to those things. And then let's talk about the past. Okay, the past doesn't exist anymore. A lot of people look at me like, that's crazy. Of course it exists. It existed, but it is no longer here. But the only place it exists is in our mind and in our hearts. And it will continue to affect our present moment and our future as long as we allow it to, and exactly how we allow it to. I talk a lot about that in my book is, our past either happened to us or it happened for us. And we can change that distinction moving forward. But I cannot change that things happened. Okay, I can't. My current life right now is a direct result of my past beliefs, fears, thoughts, emotions, actions, reactions, habits, intentions or lack thereof, behaviors, all those things. created this moment today, and I cannot change those things. All I can do is learn the lessons, find the lessons, accept the growth, move forward, and do something differently moving forward. If I regret something, that doesn't help. If I resent somebody for something they did, that doesn't help. I need to learn to forgive myself and forgive those things, thus freeing my power up. I feel like every time I forgive somebody, or every time I'm forgiven, or every time I let something go, a part of my spirit comes home. I become more whole, thus increasing my power. I become less like that spotlight, that flashlight, and more like that laser. And I can focus on being my most magnificent self in this moment, bringing as much love and peace and joy into this moment, and building the most beautiful, wonderful future for myself and others as I possibly can. Okay, so those are things, people, things that have happened, my past, external circumstances. I can't control those things. I need to pull my power back, and I need to be a part of the solution. I need to focus on building a magnificent me. Things we can control. I can control my beliefs. I can work on my fears and learn to control my fears, and live a life without fear. I can work on being awareness of my thoughts and increasing the quality of my thoughts. You know, positive thoughts, wanted thoughts versus unwanted thoughts, wanted emotions versus unwanted emotions, actions, better actions, acting upon things in a more calculated way that I know is going to add to my life and bring me closer to that ideal. Learning how to respond to situations, right? Looking back on my past and knowing that, okay, I reacted to situations poorly in the past and they caused unwanted circumstances. How can I respond positively moving forward, so I can create circumstances that I like, that are in alignment with my ideal for myself and my ideal for my life? Changing behaviors, changing habits, living life intentionally. These are things that I can control. These are all things I go over in depth and give you tools to become good at those things. That's what my book is all about, giving you control over those things, and thus focusing your power to change. You can become laser focused on being the best you. You can become laser focused on building the most beautiful, wonderful life of your dreams. All the power you have ever needed is within you. Just sometimes we're spending it, we're wasting it on things that we cannot control. So I hope you got something about that. If you haven't read the book, Your Power to Change, read it. There's some work to be done in there. It's not just I'm going to read it once and life is going to be all Care Bears and unicorns and rainbows. You'll see quick growth, but the lasting change, the positive change, the dramatic transformations come through work and persistence. You deserve it. You can be anything you want to be. You can live any life that you want to live. Thank you for joining me today. I'll talk to you soon.